Here we have a 2018 RC300 all-wheel drive F-Sport. It's a beautiful car. I love the design of these vehicles, these coupes that Lexus has made. Down here, these wheels, you're only going to find on the F-Sport. They are included in the F-Sport package. But we're just going to cover the outside of this beautiful vehicle, its design, and then we're going to head on the inside, and that's equally as amazing. So with any F-Sport, you have the upgraded spindle grille here. So it's a maze and just a repetition of L's, standing for Lexus, obviously. I love the lights on these vehicles. They're very similar to the IS, but they're very sharp. Camera cannot do it justice. These little LED fog lamps down here, that's a $400 option. I don't know if that would be worth it in my opinion, but hey, someone might want to use it if you live in a foggy area like Seattle or, I don't know, Washington. I love the aggressive scoops here inside the grille. Okay, that could just swallow my hand or a small animal as you're driving down the freeway. But this car is just incredible. It's gorgeous. I love the lines, the aggressive line right here on the hood, and then on the front panel here. It's very aggressive looking without being overdone, in my opinion. And with this paint color, all Lexus paint colors, but this one in particular, with each line, the colors are radically different based on how the light hits the paint, and that's just Lexus quality paint. It's nothing comes close, in my opinion. In the back here, this is an issue of subjectivity. These little gills here, I don't like them. I think they look a little cheesy, but there are quite a few people that do like them, and that's great. Where they look the best is on an all black model. You can barely see them, but on any other paint color, they just kind of, stick out like a sore thumb. They're just plastic. They're not flimsy or anything, but they just, I don't need to have shredder claws on the back of it. If they just did an empty slit here, like you see on the new Camrys, I think it would look awesome. You have the chrome surrounded exhaust. It's not a part of the exhaust, but it's surrounded. And then there's the diffuser there, rear diffuser. It looks pretty good, nice and slick. There's your F-Sport badging. This is an all-wheel drive model. Okay, so you could drive this thing no problem in the winter, but I would not want to drive it in the winter because it's just such a beautiful car. I don't want salt or rocks anywhere on a beautiful vehicle like this. The 300, as opposed to the 350, still has a 3.5 liter V6 in it. It only has about 260 horsepower, whereas the 350 will have a full 311, although it's the same displacement. It's just detuned a little bit. It's only 0.3 seconds slower to 60, so this one will do 0 to 60 in 6.3 seconds, where the 350 will do it in 6 flat. For the everyday driver driving normally with normal traffic, you'll never ever know the difference, but it's more than enough for your average person. But that's the exterior. I think it's pretty incredible looking. Let's get on the inside. Now watch the window here as I open the door. It just rolled down. Okay, and I'm gonna get in and watch the window as I get in. It rolled back up. So that is a pretty cool feature that I've never seen on a car before. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why would they do that? Well, there's no frame on here. There's no frame, it's a coupe. So when you close the door with the window all the way up, you're not gonna get a good weather-tight, waterproof seal. But if it rolls itself down and then rolls itself back up, you're gonna have a much better waterproof seal for the car. So I thought that was a cool feature. So let's go ahead and start this vehicle up. You just press the brake and you press the start button. we're gonna watch the startup on, try to hit both monitors here. So the main monitor is here, and then we have the other monitor here, which is awesome. Give it time. There she goes. Awesome. Okay. So lots to digest inside the interior. You have this nice red and black leather interior. Now what's cool is there's the stitching's also red and black. So it's red all the way through here. It's black on here. Then we go back to red on here. These polished aluminum, they're not really, they're plastic, but it looks like polished aluminum. That is Lexus trying to incorporate samurai sword artwork into their vehicles. You see it on the LC, and you also will see it in the upcoming ES. But expect to see more samurai swords, which I think is pretty cool. Who doesn't like samurai swords? You have this nice, it's not carbon fiber, it kind of looks like it. It's not nearly as dark as carbon fiber. It's not, it feels like plastic. It doesn't feel like that polished resin. But it's if you look really close, it's a bunch of L's again, like the spindle grill, except it's in the micro format here. There's the seat, the passenger seat. It's gorgeous, all red with that black stitching. It looks really good. Again, there's the opposite door panel, and there's a full look at that samurai inspired design there on the door. As we pan around, I love the screen in here. It's more than big enough for a car of this size. If we scroll down, you have this, I mean, this is extremely functional. This is touch, so you just increase or decrease the temperature by sliding your finger. I actually like that feature because you can actually feel where the slider is. It's raised off the dash a little bit. So now it looks kind of cheap and plasticky, but it's extremely functional, and I can't fault them too much there. This is all wrapped in leather. It's amazingly crafted and well stitched. This dash, although it's cheap and plastic looking, it does conform with the leather very well. So the fit and finish is incredible. Here's the shifter. It is what it is. I mean, this might get scratched up over time. As I found out in a few years old LS, it had a plastic shifter like this, and if you have metal rings, this is probably going to get scratched up, which is unfortunate. This does have the trackpad on it, which I'm a big fan of compared to the mouse. Some people would disagree, but that's okay. Standard things down here, navigation, radio, media, phone, apps, yada yada yada. I don't need to get into all of that right now. That would take forever. Okay, so my favorite part about this car, or one of the favorite parts about the interior anyways, is this center cluster, your instrument cluster. All right, so it does look like a screen, which it is, but what's cool about it is that the dial in the center, this obviously the big circle in the middle, is actually physical. That's not digital, and that moves around. So behind it is the LCD screen, but the LCD screen conforms to the circle in the middle. So we have obviously your fuel gauge, your odometer, your trip, your outside temperature, your time, your heat of the car, etc. Okay, if I turn the wheel here, the sport mode wheel or your driving mode's wheel, we're gonna see some cool things happen. That's sport mode. There's sport mode plus, it doesn't change. I can hit the gas a little bit and you can see the tack move. Yep, it's pretty cool. If I go all the way to eco mode, boom, it changes the speedometer again, which is a nice little feature. Now, when you turn to eco mode and your air conditioning's blasting, let me blast it real quick. Boom. I love they actually have a fan speed button here, because on the current GX model, you have to go into the screen and go through the menu just to adjust the fan speed, okay? But I'm gonna go into eco mode and listen closely. See if you can hear that the fans go down. Okay, I had to make sure auto was on. That's my mistake. I put auto on and it went from full fan to 1 bar less. So eco mode, it doesn't allow you to push the fan and the air conditioning to the max, which is kind of cool for saving fuel. But if you buy an all-wheel drive, you know, 2-door sport car, you're not really concerned about fuel in my opinion. But Lexus doesn't leave anything out. It's all in the details. So I'm gonna turn the fans down, and once I put it out of eco mode, it went back to full fans. So that's kind of a nice feature. So if I press the menu button here on the wheel, yeah, the speedometer just moved. It's super cool. And then you can, of course, you know, select what you want to see up here. You can even see your music. This will be your adaptive cruise control, as well as your lane departure assist. You can change your settings. I'm not going to go into every single detail here, but I'm going to press the menu button again on the steering wheel, which is right here, and watch what happens. Super cool. Super cool. We're going to do that a few times. Let's do it in the sport mode. Maybe it looks even cooler. It does look cooler, of course. So in the back seat, we'll pan around slowly. There's some cardboard paper that I mean, this car's brand new, so that's probably just from the packaging of the car. You're not going to be able to fit that much of a person back there, so I would say definitely under 6 foot. I'm going to go out and test real quick. To move the front seat forward, there's a latch right back here. You kind of have to reach pretty far back to get it, and that's going to slide the seat forward. Okay, it goes at its own pace. It's fully electronic, so it kind of moves up at its own pace. It's okay. It doesn't move that fast. Here I am, getting in the back, and we'll see if I can fit. Actually, I'm surprised there's more room than I thought. We're gonna put this seat back. It's gonna move back, and I hope it doesn't crush me, but we'll see what happens. Okay, I hope I'm not stuck back here. I might be. But there's no leg room. Now the seat's extraordinarily comfortable. And I might be stuck back here. Let's see if I can get back. Oh wait, the latch is right here, so I can easily get out. But so I'm 6'1". If the driver is under 6 feet tall, you're gonna be able to fit back here, no problem. But ooh, look at that. Okay, so something I missed earlier. Oh, this is a great point of view. Is that the F Sport wheel? It's all leather with red stitching on it. You can see that, the red stitching right there. And then of course you have the F Sport logo at the bottom. And then you can see the aluminum F Sport pedals down there. And then there's the magnesium paddle shifters. Super lightweight, they almost feel like plastic, but they're magnesium. You see the nice big speaker on the door. Sunroof. So let me move the seat forward here so I can actually move around a bit. Sunroof is basic functions here. This is gonna do the tilt. This will do the open close. I'm gonna go ahead and close the top there. But yeah, it's just incredible with the detail they do in here, the fit and finish. And this will probably look like this for the rest of this car's life. It's just incredible. There is air conditioning vents back here for the passengers, which is a nice feature, considering 99% of the time no one's going to be back here. So, but when the time you do have someone back here, it's going to be a nice experience for them. I didn't go over what's in the console here. We have 12 volt auxiliary USB, and that's about it. It's not very deep. This is a fairly shallow box here. But no one buys these cars for their storage capacity. But speaking of storage capacity, let's hop on out and we're gonna check out the trunk. Trunk button is down here, we'll press that. It also has automatic high beams, windshield wiper, that must be automatic windshield wiper sensor, parking assist, blind spot monitor. and I don't know what this is off the top of my head, I'll be honest. Here's the trunk. I just popped it. See what's going on back here. Looks like we have the mats, which haven't been installed yet. There is a first aid kit, which is a nice feature. I don't know what's in this big box. I have no idea. The seats do fold down. Heck yeah. So you can unlock those seats, fold them down, and you can fit something fairly big in here. So the trunk is bigger than what I was expecting. So props to Lexus. That's it, guys, for the 2018 RC300 all-wheel drive F-Sport. That's a mouthful. I do have the car running, so you get to see the LED lights. They look pretty sharp. It's just a gorgeous car. And if you have any questions, just let me know, guys. I'll let you in on all the information I can provide. Have a good one, and please give me a like. Bye-bye.